Hi guys, it's Arran again, and today I am reviewing the, try not to butcher this, the Memorial Gokaiger Mobirates, try saying that fast, which I've had for, I think I got it last year, but as you guys may or may not know, I absolutely love Super Megaforce, sorry, for a few reasons which a lot of you guys probably already know. So I have the, like I said, the Memorial Mobirates, and I also have the other Morpher for Orion, which, so the reason I got this is I love the whole key gimmick, well, and I love Super Megaforce. Now, just quickly before I give you a turn around, and don't come at me in the comments for saying this, the actual Japanese show itself, apart from the fight sequences, I find quite boring, because I have watched I watched the entire season of Gokaiger, and the only thing I enjoyed of it was the fight scenes. I found the rest of it a bit slow and didn't really keep my interest. So anyway, I'll give you a turnaround of the box, and then I will get the Morpher out and the stand, because this one has a stand. So yeah, I'll give you a turnaround of the box now. So I love the design of these boxes, I really do. So on the side, I can't remember what it has on that side, I'll tell you when it comes back around. So on the back is pretty cool, it shows you some bits and stuff. I love the sleekness of these boxes, basically, really guys. And coming around to the side now, you get the Memorial Mobirates picture of it, and then the writing. And then on the front you get Gokaiger Red, aka Troy from Super Megaforce and Megaforce, and it just looks amazing, it really does. And then on the side that it's coming round to now, you get some Ranger keys, sorry guys, that are just, for lack of a better term, floating in midair. It just looks absolutely amazing, this box. The annoying thing about these Morphers is, and I really don't like the way they've done this, I think Bandai Japan could have done it a lot better and easier. They've put the on-off switch where the under the battery compartment, which is a real pain in or a pain in the arse, not, but I don't understand why they did that. That's just stupid in my opinion, for lack of a better term. Now I kind of get that they want to keep it all sleek and stuff because it's the Memorial Edition of it, and I think also they're going for show accuracy. I don't think you see the switch on the back. I think they've covered up the switch. So here it is, guys. It's out of the box now, on its stand. Now I've not closed it up because I want to show you what it looks like with it open. The stand is quite easy to put together. You just push the stand bit that the Morpher is on basically into the eyeballs of the skull. And I've left the keys arms up for basically easiness for me to flip them into key mode and put in there and show you guys. But they can go down, don't worry about that, they can go down. And somewhere I got the metallic keys, but anyway, I'll give you a turnaround of it now. So as you can see, it's a skull and then a kind of phone on the bottom, and it's quite a bulky thing, but I kind of like things with a bit of girth, shall we say. And then on the back it's basically blank with some writing on it, and unfortunately the one thing I wish they would do with these keys is hide the screw holes, because you can see the screws on the back of the keys, which is unfortunate. Now all the buttons do stuff on this, but I'm not going to cycle through all the sounds because I will be here forever. In fact, I watched someone do it on YouTube. That's an hour and a half of my life. I will not get it back. Don't get me wrong, it was an interesting review, and now I know some of mine are long, but so there is basically thousands of keys you can get. Absolutely thousands, which I'm not going to get them all because one, it is very expensive to get them depending on where you find them, and two, for me it's room. Oh, by the way, I should say this also has LED light in it in the middle of the skull and the forehead, I believe. And these keys as well do have the kind of button to do the flip action, pardon me, the flip action. But yeah, I absolutely love these. And compared to the ones that we got, the ones we got in America and in the UK during Megaforce and Super Megaforce, these ones are massive compared to those. I mean, those UK ones and American ones were only about that big, if that. So anyway, I'll try and show you some of the sounds now. So I'm doing the red key first, guys. I've already got the keys flipped up for easiness for me. So the keys have to be that way up to go in the Morpher. And clicks in like that. And if you push it in, you'll get this sound. And then if you turn the key, I'll wait for that to finish because that's quite noisy. It says Gokaiger, but you can also press the buttons and get different sayings. Like that says Gokai Red. And then you can dial up the codes, and it also does different sayings. And no, I have no idea what they're saying. So also there is, let me just check, yes there is buttons on the side that you can get these type of sounds. And then there's another one which will play the music, which I'll play the whole thing for you. So that is actually the Gokaiger theme, which actually has quite a good beat to it. Again, I have no idea what they're saying, apart from let's go Gokaiger, I believe that's right. So yeah, and I think there is, well, I know there's a lot of other sounds in this, but I'm not going to go through them all. But I believe there might be another track. Yeah, there is. Oh, I wonder what they're doing to the voice there. Okay guys, I'm going to stop it there because it's a long one. But I've just worked out what that's doing. That is saying the names of the different Sentai shows. I don't know if it's got all the names in there, but I know it's got a few in there. It might have them all. And by the way, I know all you Sentai fans probably know this, but this year the Sentai franchise turned 50 years old. So it's actually older than the Power Rangers, which is insane. I'm just going to show you something which I forgot to show you earlier. So I need to click the key back. I'm gonna... That wasn't it, guys. This is the sound you get when you turn the key and pop it out. And then when you pull it out, you get that. So my next colour I'm gonna do is yellow. And a lot of you guys that watch me will know why. Again, that's the sound you get when you first pop the key in. And then if I turn the key, it should say another saying. Yeah, it says Gokaiger again. And then I believe if I do it again, it does a different one. I know sometimes you can trick it into saying other seasons' names. So I'll show you some of the sounds that are on it. Gokaiger Yellow, which is obviously the Yellow Ranger from Super Megaforce. And then I don't know if I've heard that if I hold the button down, it gives you a different sound. Doesn't actually, it gives you that sound. And then if I press another one of the buttons here, and then I don't know what that sound was, but it always kind of makes me giggle when I hear it. Although it does sound like it's saying murder. So that's some of the sounds from that one. And then you press the keypad. Again, I'm not going to go through all the sayings because there's hundreds in here. Maybe even more. Again, you get that sound when you take it out. So I've done red and I've done yellow. So I'll put those there. So what I'll do now is I will do pink, which is Christina Masterson from If You Go by Super Megaforce, who ironically I've got a giant picture of on my roof of my man cave. And one of Ciara actually, which is a little bit freaky when I look at it because it looks like she's looking at me. And make sure you have the key up the right way. I keep doing that. Oh, by the way, guys, you get this sound when you put the key in. And then if I turn the key, it says Gokaiger, and then sometimes, I mean, it's happened to me before when I've done this. Typical, it didn't do it that time. Sometimes you can trick it in saying stuff like Happy Birthday and Merry Christmas. I am planning to get the original Mobirates as well, the one that originally came out when Gokaiger came out. And then, I didn't mean to turn that then, sorry guys. And then again, if I press the keys, you get different sounds again. And then if I press this other one, and also I'll show you this again, hopefully you can see this. There's a light in there that lights up. So that's some of the sounds from the Yellow Ranger key. Oh, sorry, the Pink Ranger key. And now on to the lads, both of which I've met, who are absolutely great guys, really great guys. I've met Zim twice, once at PMC in 2014. Which was great. In fact, I met the whole team then. I met Zim, I met Ciara, I met Christina, I met Cameron, which is the guy that played Orion, and I met Andrew Gray. So I was everyone from Megaforce actually. And I'll never forget, I was in the queue, and one of the reasons, and I have told her this, one of the reasons me and Ciara have such a bond is when I was in that queue, she looked at me and winked and smiled. And from that moment, I was hooked. In case you hadn't noticed, guys, I do have a little thing for Ciara. Alright, a lot. And we talk quite a lot to this day, and there's one thing I'm going to say at the end of this review, but it's about the entire season. Anyway, I'm going to put Blue in now, which is Noah, or John Mark Loudermilk, as he's known by his real name. And also, one thing I'm going to show you quick is on the back of the keys you get the Gokaiger logo. So I'll put the key in now. God damn it. Why do I keep doing that? Fitting out the wrong way. And then I'll show you some of the sayings again. Sometimes if didn't do it that time.
く若者たちがいた。宇宙帝国残虐に反旗を翻し、海賊の汚名を誇りとして名乗る豪快な奴ら。その名は
最終回変身モード。レッツお宝ナビゲート。
So now onto my very last key of this Morpher, which is the Green Ranger, Jake. Now, there's two things I'll tell you at the end of this. Some are funny and one's kind of serious because, well, it's not major serious, to be fair, guys. It's just something that I've noticed. And I actually got the key in the right way for a change. That was a completely new saying. And it wasn't what it was meant to say either. That's what it was meant to say. And now I'll run you through some of the sounds.
人々の笑顔を守り続けてきた34のスーパー戦隊。宇宙帝国残虐との戦いで失われたその力を受け継いだのはとんでもない奴らだった。海軍戦隊ゴーカイガー。
レッツセリフ変身モード。セリフ変身モード。
So, yeah, that's all the keys for this. Well, all the keys that come in this. Anyway, I do have more keys. So what I'll do now is I will... Hang on, didn't mean to do that. What I will do now is I will put the Morpher back on the stand, and then just before I give you my ratings, I will tell you the two things I was going to tell you. I wonder if it will fit on the stand with it closed. So my ratings on this thing are, I absolutely love this thing, I really do. It's so cool. And I love the fact you get a load of different sounds in it and the music you get. Now there are more songs in it than what I went through, but I could have been there for ages. And one thing I have noticed is the legendary Morpher, which is basically the American Morpher of this, but they've changed the name. The toy is smaller than this, I've noticed. So my ratings on this is 10 out of 10. I really love this. The only thing I wish they would make it more accessible on these memorial morphers and weapons is not have the on and off button under where the battery compartment is. It's a pain in the arse. Basically, it's an absolute pain in the arse. So, yeah, other than the whole issue with the battery compartment, I give it 10 out of 10. Now, what I was going to tell you at the end of this review is just a couple of things. So when this season first aired, and some people still say it now, well, actually a lot of people say it now, but some people just like to stir, basically, guys, to be fair. Some people say that Megaforce was, because it was called Super Megaforce, obviously. The second season was Super Megaforce. And some people say that Super Megaforce was basically a super mega fail, which I highly disagree with. And the reason I disagree with it is it was a great season. Absolutely a great season. And yes, I am being a little bit biased, but I along with some other people, with a lot of people that watched the Super Megaforce in my circle, absolutely loved Megaforce and Super Megaforce. Now, granted, they could have gone a bit more into the characters, in depth into the characters. I agree with that, and I do agree with that. And also some people have been saying, I don't agree with what people have been saying. Some people have said that the guy that played Troy didn't suit that character and I do agree they could have gone a bit more in depth into the characters, yes, and I think they should have put Gia and Jake, aka Ciara Hanna and Zimrisk. They should have put them together a bit more early in the season of Megaforce and Super Megaforce, because they were building it up the whole way through both seasons, and then in the very last episode they put them together, which to me seemed a bit weird. And one last thing before is another thing they could have done better is the legendary battle, because they had some Rangers come back, and the way they handled it is you saw a fight scene, but you didn't see much of the original Rangers that came back from the different seasons. And I think and this isn't anything really to do with Power Rangers, but it sort of is, if Heinz the Bomb wasn't such a, for lack of a better term, cheapskate, maybe they would have got more Rangers back. He wasn't gonna. I've spoken to several Rangers that got asked to come back, right? And nearly all of them said no, because Heinz the Bomb wasn't gonna pay them enough to do it. And if he wasn't such a, for lack of a better term, cheapskate, you probably would have got at least 20 actors come back. But oh no, he had to be a cheapskate. He doesn't watch this. But so they had the Rangers come back, but it wasn't the actors in the suits. The other Rangers they had come back weren't the original actors. It was all stunt doubles and not how people would have liked it to happen. But anyway, that's a review of this. 10 out of 10. Absolutely love it. And I'll catch you in the next one.